Wow, Drift 21, an all-new racing driving game? This is gonna be so awesome! Yeah! I'm gonna make this short and sweet for you guys. Drift 21 is a pretty boring game. Drift 21 has 3 different cars you can do, 3 different tracks, and essentially 3 game modes: free roam, time attack, and drift. Both of which are pretty boring. All 3 tracks they have are also pretty bland. You can pretty much point whore out that entire first track and just do donuts to get a cap off of, 1,000 points or dollars to spend later. And the second track is pretty much just a tiny little schoolyard. I've actually found my most fun moments on that track itself. And then the final track that they do have present is supposed to be kind of like a Japanese Ebisu, Miami, Minami, Tokyo, Tofu driving track. And it's fun and it's cool, but at the same time is also very boring after a while. Building cars in this game is just unbearably painful. I'm not even kidding when I say just how tedious it is actually building an engine from the ground up, which is realistic, but at the same time, it's just also painfully boring at times. If you're really into those mechanic simulator games, you'll probably love this one and actually enjoy just how in-depth you do get, but if you are more of a casual player, you're gonna hate this. The wheel selection in this game is just absolutely awful, and you can only do the most generic Rocket Bunny kits to both of the cars here, which is just not fun in general. I'm not including the Miata because no one cares about a Miata in this game, and I'm sorry, but if that's your main purpose is driving that Miata, don't buy this goddamn game. The menu itself to buy items is really nice and convenient. It has a nice filtering section. The paint is a pretty generic system. You can add decals and stickers to it. Nothing very fancy or special. The tire machine is actually a pretty cool feature that they have in there. It's very detailed and kind of cool to watch. It's almost like using an actual tire machine, and you can actually hear the air going into the tire as it's about finished. One major complaint with this game is there's absolutely no tuning available. You can't adjust coil height, camber, actual offsets. There is no adjustability. You can't even actually set the car's ride height itself. That really sucks, especially when you have to grind for all that money for all these tuning parts that are just so good and actually provide no real tuning availability. Another major complaint I do have is when you do purchase a third vehicle like I have, that original first vehicle you bought is completely gone. It doesn't sit in the parking lot outside, it's not anywhere you can swap it into, it's just gone. You can only hop in the car and drive it around, and that's about it. What also really sucks is after you buy your second engine, there's really nowhere to put it. It's either in the car or on one of the 2 engine stands. You really can't put it anywhere else, otherwise you just lose it. And I've built multiple ones and they're just completely gone, so it's kind of useless at that point. The game goes off of a stage system, so you'll have stage 0, 1, 2, and 3 for those big power cars. And essentially the whole point of the game is to increase the stages of the car so you can do other challenges. But the only downside is there's really only 1, maybe 2 challenges per stage. So you're supposed to grind out a ton of money just to do 1 race for the car. I understand the game is in alpha stages right now and they only have a few races or challenges and even maps and cars, and there should be more in the future, but realistically for a $25 game, this is all you get is absolutely pathetic. The game has insane loading screen times, which can almost make it feel like the game has crashed at some points. Nope, it's just taking 5 minutes just to load into 1 single screen. Yo, wait, did you just touch a blade of grass, bro? Yeah, that's right, you lose everything off of literally just touching a hairline of grass, which has been super frustrating too. Tap a wall, whole combo is gone. The actual driving itself does not feel good, even on a controller or a wheel. It's just very bland, very squirrely, and just not comfortable whatsoever. I know I've been ragging on this game pretty hard, and it just seems like there's nothing good about it, but I do see potential in it. My biggest fear is that everyone's going to be already paying $25, and they're just going to abandon it where it stands. And that's something I wish I would have been more aware of before I purchased this actual game. Pretty disappointed with what I've gotten so far, and I honestly feel like a refund. The only issue is I'm already about 8 hours deep into it, I've unlocked everything there is in this game, and I'm just bored. There's nothing else to do in it. After 8 hours, I honestly can't even have fun just driving around in free roam. I know other YouTubers are going to be making Let's Plays about this game and just saying, oh, it's so great, it's so much fun, and everything's just so fantastic, but I just want some people to be aware that this game is pretty bland. You run out of stuff to do pretty quickly, and it's just not fun after you complete those stupid little drift challenges. Take all this info how you will, but this is just my take on this game, and just be aware before you buy.